It has long been recognized that this century belongs to Asia. To put things in perspective, global population stands at approximately 7.3 billion with an annual growth of 1.1%, and this is expected to reach 9.7 billion by 2050. India and China are the two biggest players with a population of 1.3 billion and 1.4 billion respectively, and remain the most populous countries in the world. India's demographic dividend is expected to continue for the next few decades as more and more states, particularly the northern belt, experience rapid fertility transition. In fact, by 2030, India will have about 68.4% of its population within the working age category. Now, this can give a huge boost to savings, leading to decreased interest rates and result in an increase in investments. The demographic dividend can be enhanced further if policymakers take note of some areas of concern, particularly educational improvement, alongside with measures to boost growth by taking demographic advantage such as more women in the workforce into consideration. According to the results of the 2011 census, India's population stood at 1.2 billion, and despite the decline in birth rate, the country has added around 181 million people to the total during the decade. Now, given the advent of technology and globalization, these new workers will be much better trained and educated than the existing Indian workforce. And there will be rising economic potential coming alongside thanks to an increased share of women in the workforce, as well as an increased ability and interest in working for longer. That combination says that there are three big levers of economic potential. The three P's: population, participation, and productivity, which are all set to surge in India. The consequence of such a phenomenon would come in the form of reduced fluctuations in growth as compared to certain Eastern European countries and Eastern Asian countries in particular, and both the acceleration and deceleration in growth momentum that we're likely to see in terms of fluctuation suggests that overall, India's demographic structure could sustain higher levels of growth for longer.